Yo. I want y'all to listen to this. This is crazy, man. Listen close. Dancing with the devil. I once knew a nigga that's engaged to the hustle. A money-hungry nigga with his bundles and his duffel. His baggy jeans held the strap with the barrel muffled. He said that if you cross him that he was gonna buck you. Was always hanging out, blowing trees on the block. He's making money but his future wasn't leaving the block. He got jumped as a teen and he even was shot. They took his necklace, that's the reason that he needed a Glock. Keep it in back of your mind as the story is told. The OGs put him down the inglorious road. Told him hustling was it and they poisoned his soul. Now his heart and his brain and his organs is cold. A 16-year-old kid that was hustling and shooting, and his number one idol is named Frank Lucas. He started selling 20s, then selling the rock. He sold pills, perks, and ecstasy was stuffed in his socks. Niggas knew he held heat, so nobody would rob him. His mom knows what's going on, but she's too fucked up to stop him. Niggas broke into his crib when he was 10 and a kid. His dad trying to protect him, caught 10 in his ribs. So now he must support his family selling crack on the block. He said a nigga come in my crib, his ass will get shot. A nigga raw and he'll never turn his back to the block. Now listen closely about the time at the blast with the cops. A late night came around and he was up on the stoop, looking at God with his gun, saying, what would you do? A 16-year-old boy that had dropped out of school. He heard sirens and the lights, they was red and blue. He jumped off real quick, stuck the gun in his pants. The OG once told him that if he was a man, that if a cop started shooting, he was shooting them back. So what he thought was right was shooting cops and moving them packs. They saw him running down the alley and they told him to freeze. Took his gun out, pointed at him, started to squeeze. He shot the cop in his head and then he started to bleed. He ran back to his apartment facing pillows and screamed. Called up the OG and told him come to the crib. He told the story and he dapped him up for what he had did. The OG said, damn, you the craziest kid, getting money for the fam and you making me rich. The kid looked up in the mirror and envisioned the G. He had his hands on his nuts and was gripping his heat. The OG thought he was soft but he's proving him wrong. He said that robbing dudes tomorrow when he should come along. Now picture being 16, you just murdered a cop and you just got asked to rob someone from thugs on the block. Of course the young nigga agreed, he was greedy as hell. He said if niggas don't cooperate, they eat in a shell. Yeah. They picked the little nigga up and told him jump in the back. He got in and then they said you want the pump or the Mac. He said my pops had a shotty so I'm fucking with that. The OG laughed and he put the pump on his lap. He smiled hard looking at the shotty, it was all black. And then he thought for a second and his heart started to crack. Them niggas laughing with the music up on full blast. The nigga realized this gun had belonged to his dad. And then he thought about the night niggas came in his house and shot his dad. Took the shotty out from under the couch. His eyes red from the tears he was holding inside. Niggas he loved was the reason that his own pops died. Them niggas said your eyes red, nigga what is you high? He said yeah, even though it's cause he wanted to cry. And the more he thought about it, he just wanted to die. Only one question flowing around his head was why. There's one nigga in the back with him and two in the front. The only thing he cared about was killing them with the pump. The car stopped, they all got out, jumped out with the guns. The OG said, there it is, house number 1. Looking at the young boy saying, now listen close. The last time we did this was like 6 years ago. We killed the nigga in his house and left the kids and his wife. They all laughing, said we should've triggered his wife. And then we jumped the young boy walking home in the rain. The kid realized that on the nigga's neck was his chain. Obvious they didn't notice or remember his face. Now listen closely cause the story's about to go up in flames. Yeah. Shit is crazy, man. The OG said, yeah, nigga, come follow us. Them niggas all masked down and hollowed up, all except the funny nigga that had stolen his chain. They all thought that they was players, but there's hoes in the game. The kid pistol whipped them niggas, they was all on the ground. He pulled his own strap out and told them don't make a sound. He said, you niggas don't remember me from house 38. Broke in my house and left my dad with some hoes in his face. And then he looked up at the nigga with his chain on his neck. He took it off and then he put the blade straight to his neck. He cut his throat and watched him bleed till the blood flow stopped. 2 2 guns in his hand, had both them cocked. He said, any last words before I'm firing shots? One nigga said, youngin', you gon' die on the block. This nigga opened up his coat and he was wired and hot. He looked into the boy's eyes and said, I am a cop. The boy stopped right away, his stomach started to turn. He thought about when he was shot and his wound started to burn. Looked at the sky, apologized and said, I cannot forgive him. He pointed at the OGs, cocked the gun and killed him. Nigga said he was a cop, kid knew it was true, cause then he heard the sirens again and lights red and blue. He thought about if he was dead, what would his family do? He said, fuck it man, I'm leaving in the ambulance too. They say everything really isn't quite what it seems. The suicide shot awoke me from a frightening dream. Don't ever dance with the devil, cause the shit ain't a joke, cause he is real and Illuminati is not a hoax.